Hey everyone, this round's quite interesting actually because here you can see the deck that Adam will be using. It's a Trevenant deck with a couple of twists, and by a couple of twists I mean a 2/2/2 Alakazam line, and you'll see how that comes into play. I think it's a pretty cool deck. Like it's basically as Trevenant is, but managed to find 6 slots to fit in Alakazam to be a finisher after Trevenant hits a Silent Fear or something like that. So yeah, it seems pretty good to me. And Luke is playing Quad Mewtwo, so a deck he made quite a while ago actually. Played it at the ECC. Scott Simmons actually came top 4 with it at the ECC. It's always had a bit of a Night March weakness, which it's just the way it is with this deck. It does actually have 2 Hex, so it's got some legs against Trevenant, and the fact is 5 energy on a Mewtwo, between a Mewtwo and a Trevenant, knocks out a break, so you'll see that hopefully come into action. You'll see some pretty interesting games, and I will be commentating with Joe. Okay, so here we have Luke Kirkham playing, playing a pretty standard Mewtwo list, I'd say. And Adam, hopefully they're muted by the way, Adam playing a Trevenant deck with a few little interesting twists, and by twists I mean Alakazam. So, should be quite an interesting matchup really.
Yeah, I think the Alakazam is a really cool tech that he's trying out to get some even more aggressive snipe damage around the board. It really does supplement the Silent Fear and even Tree Slam, so it's a pretty cool. I think it's just a 2/2 line of Mega Alakazam.
Yeah, with 2 Spirit Links
as well. Yeah, so it really just pushes Trevenant's output a little more, and I think he couldn't have wished for a better turn round 1 matchup, to be honest.
Yeah. See, the thing that Adam does is he invariably takes a list I've made or a list Ben made, changes it by a few cards, and then rolls with it. So yeah. He took my Trevenant deck, took out 6 cards for an Alakazam line, and then that's his deck. So
yeah, looks like a pretty good deck, to be fair. I'm going to be interested to see how this functions. Is it too clunky having an effective stage 2 line and a Mega in there? It'll be interesting to see how he draws with this deck.
Yeah. So well, yesterday we tested a couple of games with it, and it got turn 1 first or second each time. So
yeah, I'm sure you can get the
the
Trevenant out as comfortably, but it's just how frequently you get the Zam out and how at what stage in the game you get it out.
Yeah, exactly. So Adam is going first here.
That's already a huge flip for the Trevenant player.
Oh my god!
He's got the turn 1 Wally.
He's got Wally in hand. He did this so many times. It's just such a strong thing if you can open Wally and the Phantom.
So Adam's playing 3 Wally in his list, 2 Compressor and 4 VS Seeker, so he has but it's always nice when you just see it straight away.
And 2 what was the card? Shaman, just to help you draw to get there.
Yeah.
So he's getting 2 mulligans here, which Luke's probably like, oh wow, it's got even more chance to get the Wally. But no, Adam's just started it.
Yeah, he's just got it. He's got everything he needs. He's got a level ball as well, and straight away in Alakazam. This is as perfect as it gets straight away for Adam.
And in fact, I'm going to see if Adam's learnt his lesson from a couple of our games so his turn 1, what he'd tend to do is put down a lot of other Pokemon, and that can actually play into a Lysander plus a setup. So he's opted to not put down any other Pokemon here, and this makes me quite happy to see. And oh boy, that's a pass from Luke.
Insta pass, and you saw Luke had the Lysander in his hand, so by staying conservative.
Oh, sorry, I didn't actually go to Luke's.
For it.
Yeah, see, Luke actually has
a draw pass.
Luke's actually gone to 2 Lysander in his build. No, it's 1 Lysander, 2 Hex. Sorry for that. And Adam Trainer's Mouse there gets the Wally and only puts the Phantom down with the Wally. So I'm glad to see that. I don't know if he'll be going for a Shaman setup or if he'll just be getting a Trevenant break for Silent Fear, and that's all he's doing. And
he does find the break. Does go for the Psychic Energy.
He's playing it. Sorry, go ahead.
Playing conservatively, he can threaten the Tree Slam for next turn definitely, but again, trying to play around Lysanders.
So now Luke plays out the Lysander, and attaches, Adam should and probably will be free to go nuts with the Shaymins and get a set
Yeah,
up.
he's got Floatstone already, so
Yeah.
DC onto the Mega Evolve Mewtwo. It's his best that he can do, but right now, even a Zerosic is a tempting pickup here.
Yeah,
The Bursting Balloon as well is pretty cool.
I think the bursting balloon's fine because I think Adam now might go for the Shaman play because he's seen the Lysander go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I hate to say this, but I think Adam's played this perfectly.
He played it absolutely how it should be played right
Yeah.
now. He can even also put down the Phantom if he wishes this turn.
Yeah,
If he's put the Shaman down, he may as well put the Phantom, although it's easier to get knocked out. I think it's just as vulnerable.
yeah. I think it's got 60 HP and Mewtwo's attack right now does 70. Oh, it's 50. Sorry. So, but it's a one prize loss, and then you're kind of in the same spot. So
He's actually going to try and protect it with the Bursting Balloon before a Sycamore.
I think that's perfectly reasonable here. Like, I think he'll be going for a Tree Slam because it hits for weakness.
He was digging for the Stadium. Unfortunately, just the energy to get him there, but it puts a lot of pressure on the Mewtwo straight away.
It ends up doing the same thing.
He would have loved it to be the D Valley so that it's 30 less that he's taking from Psychic Infinity. But
Yeah. So I think
threat of Tree Slam for ×2 weakness is so big.
I think a Psychic Infinity is actually a knockout, isn't it?
So it's 30, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. Yeah, it's 160.
So here I would have probably put the Alakazam down to try and potentially get a knockout next turn if Luke doesn't have anything with the Mega.
Well, the Bursting Balloon is protecting...
Oh, of course,
Adam.
it dies from the Bursting Balloon. Sorry, I haven't gone back to Luke's screen as well. A bit slow today. So
we see the Trainer's Mail
yeah, for the
because he did Hex Maniac at the start of his turn.
Okay, so I missed that just about, but yeah, he managed to Trainer's Mail, gets the Stadium. I think he's going to be going a little, well, by a little nuts. I mean, he's going to probably Ultra Ball for, oh, I don't even know. I think he just gets a Mewtwo and then puts it down. Like, the Hooper and passing with Hooper doesn't, because he can't play the Hooper and get anything because of the Hex.
Is that trolling from Luke? I'm really not sure.
I think it might be. Well, oh dear.
Yeah,
so
I
he
think
didn't
trolling.
even get the Versus Seeker there to get back the Hex or the Lysander.
He chose to not Zerosic even though it was in his hand. That's clearly the best option there because with Adam committing the energy attachment to the active, he could have only Silent Feared even with a D-Valley. So
I think
Zerosic was the best choice.
I think Luke's realised the game's probably not going to be his, so he's probably just going for something a little fun for the viewers.
Yeah, I agree. Adam attaches and gets the Dimension Valley now.
Just does
he'll
the usual.
Now put down the Mega Alakazam. He has his choice of supporter. He's got VS Seeker.
Yeah, I think he'll just go Sycamore, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can also Ultra Ball just to try and thin, maybe get something out first, but he doesn't really need anything too much. So
the Phantom just evolved into the Trevenant there, right?
Yeah.
So he can't just get a break and go for that. No. Yeah, just check to see what he's got with Super Rod, and that's 3 energy, so I think I don't know how much in terms of Trevenants and stuff he wants to put back. Like, he puts back a Trevenant and a break, but he hasn't got the Phantom down to warrant that, really.
Yeah, he gets back a little bit of everything just for options more than anything.
Yeah, I think so.
With 2 energy in hand, you didn't have to go so crazy to get all 3 energy back or anything like that. So.
No, and I didn't actually really clock that he had that much energy in hand. Yeah. I just saw 3 in the discard and thought, oh, that's something that wants to go back.
Yeah, Adam playing a very low count of energy because you are reliant really on 1 energy plus D-Valley, so he gets away with it, but...
I believe it's 7.
Yeah.
So I think that was one of the cuts he made for part of the Alakazam line in.
Yeah.
In
so
the
Luke,
deck.
all he can do is put the Shrine in, force Adam to have more energy.
I actually didn't go back to Luke's turn, but he doesn't have much in the way of anything.
It was Shrine and pass. Adam does hit the Dimension Valley again, puts on the second energy, so he can Tree Slam.
Oh dear, and
20.
That's 1 Silent Fear away from being down, and we go back to Luke's, and that's a concede. Yeah, that's a shame.
Unfortunately, this matchup is quite weighted in Adam's favour, especially after getting that Wally. There was no chance for Luke to get a big setup going.
So Luke has a message. I think he was going to try and message Adam, but I think they know that Adam's going to go first, really.
Yeah.
That Luke's going to go
Luke.
first. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they'll just comment it in the video just to make sure it's all done, the proper way. Yeah, that's why we know they have the speakers muted. These guys don't want to be doing anything improper, really. Too seasoned and obviously really good players. Well,
Luke wins the flip anyway. So.
Oh, okay, that's all fine then. So okay, Luke has something this time, and Adam's the one who mulligans.
They both mulled.
Oh, that's a mega. Sorry, I saw that as the
mega.
I saw that as the regular Mewtwo, and oh boy.
Mulligan. Neither of them playing too many basic Pokemon. I think it's like 7 for each of them.
Yeah.
Oh no, Adam's playing 8, right?
Adam's playing 4 Phantump, 2 Shaman, 2 Alakazam. Yeah. Oh, 1 Wobbuffet.
Oh, and Wob.
So he's got 9, whereas Luke has 4 Alakazam, 2 Shaman, and a Hooper. And oh my, oh no, he is playing. Oh, it's only 1 AZ, I think. So.
Yeah, this is pretty bad for Luke.
So
the trainer's man is going to be such a big. Oh, he got Ultra Ball.
He got Ultra Ball, so he's at least got his way into something, and he got AZ. That's great. So that's what he really, really wanted there. I think, yeah, he'll just play.
Oh wow! I might have discarded that town map.
I think
kept a VS Seeker around for the AZ again.
Okay, I think there's something to that. I think it's just because he has 2 VS Seekers in hand. What I think he's doing is, if he's going to be taking prizes, he wants to pick exactly the prizes he needs against an item lock deck.
Sure.
So I think that was fine, to be honest. I think the thing is, if Mewtwo gets going a bit, because its attack does so much damage, I think there is a way into this game.
Yeah, I think there's a way in. It can just straight up power through you. I think by playing the town map as well, he gets an extra just card from Shaman EX, so I can see why he wanted to get a clean 6. Because you want to make use of as many items as you can while you can. So.
And though he didn't check his deck, I think there are actually 2 Psychic Energy prized as well, so those might be pretty useful, later in the game. I think
he has the Hex in hand. He could Shaman just for 1 or 2 cards if he wants to play the Shrine, but the Stadium Wall's quite big. He might be content with just 1 card.
Yeah, I think you just Shaman for the 1. I might just not and just pass here, but the Versa Seeker for getting AZ back's pretty nice, especially as if it gets end into the deck, you just draw it again. It's fine. We go back to Adam.
Not a bad turn for Luke. Adam
Not
has
at all. No.
Down in his opening.
I think he's just going to play them both and go, let's see what happens.
So going second for Adam means he can use Ascension. So if he level balls out of Phantom here, do you attach to the bench to protect it?
Yeah, for sure.
This one's,
I think since the Mewtwo doesn't really benefit at all from the Dim Valley, it's fine to just have it down against them. Also, I think it's a bit of a shame actually, because here Luke does actually have a Shrine to replace it, but I mean it's always possible with a Trevenant to use Ascension, the Phantom's Ascension, to go into a break.
Yeah, it's possible.
That was a little interaction I'd thought about with this match, but no, he's probably just gonna try and be getting a Silent Fear or a Tree Slam going as soon as possible, really.
Chooses not to use the Trainer's Mail. He gets a slightly better odds if he uses the Ascension this turn and gets something off it next turn. I don't really see what he would have wanted other than maybe a Bursting Balloon, so I think he's fine holding it.
And the only thing he could have played there was the Trainer's Mail, so I think it wasn't really worth it. But Luke, pretty aggressive start here from Luke, and he gets a Hex as well, but I don't think the Hex is gonna maybe hamper Adam's setup a little bit, and he gets
maybe just trying to thin his hand of it.
Yeah.
Because his whole hand, he knew he could take a Hex at any time, so he just wants lower amount of cards so he could get maybe AZ value down the line, or just N value, or any sort of value. He just wants to lower his hand size.
Yeah, and he takes the Psychic Energy, which I thought would be quite wise to take off the prizes. Adam here, he has quite a big hand, and he has some options, but a lot of his Trevenant just dies next turn.
Yeah, it's not great for Adam here, despite him having an intimidating hand size. It's a lot of supporters that he can't or doesn't
Yeah.
really want to play too many of.
So I think he's just going to dump a couple of supporters with this battle compressor. That's all it's really here for in the deck. It's just for Wally and such like that to try and get a advantageous turn 1. Okay, he's
Yeah.
going for the compressor. What do you think about... Oh, wait, no, he doesn't have a Versus Seeker in hand. I was considering trying to Zero Seekers, like, soon as possible, but...
Yeah, 0-6 pretty tempting, but right now he's got to dig pretty hard. He's got the interesting decision of going for Wally and trying to Tree Slam. Oh no,
Yeah.
you can't Tree Slam because no D Valley, so...
So, yeah, I think what he has to do really here is either commit to the Phantomp and try and get a Tree Slam this turn, or just Sycamore and hope to draw into more stuff. I think he was considering the Hooper here, but didn't he see Luke get back AZ?
Yeah, he's seen Luke get the AZ, so the Lysander's off the table.
Yeah.
Just instead goes for the Sycamore.
I
Gets
think
the Bursting Balloon, which is nice.
the Bursting Balloon here should, like, keep him in the game a little bit.
Yeah.
So
without getting D Valley, otherwise he could have like free retreated and used Ascension on the other one. But without D Valley, he can't do that cute play. So just
no,
has
that's
to
unfortunate.
do the active.
Yeah, because otherwise he could float retreat and do all that nice stuff.
But it's got the mystery energy, so.
Oh, sorry, yeah, of course, it's got mystery on it. Yeah, Luke's been able to power up another Mewtwo here, which is kind of what he wanted.
Goes for the N, decides he doesn't need that AZ in his hand right now after seeing Lysander hit the discard pile, but still, it's an option that he could go for.
Yeah, and putting it back in the deck is no problem, really, so...
And he plays around Bursting Balloon by just...
I like that. I really like that, because he knows that Alakazam can just come in and sweep a Mewtwo when it has, I believe it's 5 damage counters, causes...
Well, it hits for weakness as well.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? I think... Wow, okay, I think with...
With 5 regardless,
yeah.
You're fine.
So with 3 damage counters, I believe that Alakazam, the Mewtwo dies.
Yeah.
It would do 40 double to... No, wait. Not 40.
So it's 3, 6, 90. 90 plus the 10 base is 180 with the 3 already on it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's perfect maths.
Yeah.
But...
Actually, I think it's a bit over it because it does 100 if there are 3 counters. But it's a kill.
Yeah.
It's a kill, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's definitely a knockout.
Yeah.
Regardless, we are going to see an Ultra Ball for a Shaman EX.
So I think he's going to... I think maybe the Silent Fear is the... Oh, no, okay, he's going for just the Lysander. Oh, and Lysander then setting up, hoping to get like a Tree Slam, get a bit of damage. Oh, I see the play here. He's getting a bit of damage on the Mewtwo's, so that when he Mega Evolves with the Alakazams, it gets the residual remaining damage, and then it's a kill.
Yeah, because bear in mind, the Psychic Infinity is not affected by weakness,
Yeah.
so it's still a big commitment for Luke, and especially because Luke used the N, Adam knows that there's a possibility he hasn't drawn back into AZ, so the Lysander's a much better line this turn.
Yeah, I think, yeah, he just couldn't go for it last turn, could he? He had to...
No.
So, oh, he's just going to go for the Silent Fear instead.
I like this.
I think that's fine as well. I thought he might Tree Slam to try and take the 2 prizes, but I guess he can Silent Fear into Tree Slam into a knockout with the Alakazam.
Yeah. With enough turns as well, he can get the Alakazams doing Kinesis to really pressure Shaman quite quickly.
And it's pretty nice, like, I know you don't really want to commit a DCE to a Hooper and then draw into a hand of 6 items, but Luke...
That's a pretty brutal Sycamore, but
yeah.
He got the answer to move Hooper straight away, which he has to be happy about.
And he managed to take a knockout on the Trevenant, put him down to 4 prizes. Now, the thing is, he will actually, most likely, I believe, be able to play items next turn.
Yeah, this is going to be a big swing in the whole game.
Yeah.
Adam's likely going to go aggressive, try and deal with as much energy, like all the energy on the board, apart from that one Psychic on the bench. So it's the right line for Adam, but with so many items and so many Mega Turbos, most importantly.
Yeah, that he... and I don't
Luke
think he
might
knows.
Come straight back. He might come straight back in this matchup, so very interesting turn here.
Yeah, it's quite a cool little backward and forward. I think, actually, despite the fact Luke didn't play anything with that hand, Adam might just end anyway. No, looks like he isn't. I think I would, putting them
with
down
only
to 4.
2 Alakazam Mega Zams. I think you need to hit it this turn.
Okay. So you
So
take
I
the
think
7 over the 6 for sure.
Yeah.
I think
And
that's
you
okay.
could see it was he only got one of them and no ball search card, so it makes a lot of sense that he went for it.
Yeah.
Kinesis setting up the Mewtwo's as you'd expect.
I think that's okay, and then just putting. Well, he's got a whole Trevline in his hand, so.
He's got the interesting choice of an attachment. He chooses not to attach because there's plenty of options he might need next turn.
Yeah.
So I like holding it here.
It's very possible he'll have to Zen Force with 2 energy. So
yeah.
So okay, he holds it. Just see what he gets from the prizes. So that's another thing. Oh wow. Well, he hit the other link, which is quite nice.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. So.
And Luke hits a very, very unplayable Shaman.
The Skylar might have to be for a compressor here, just for lots of Mega Turbos.
So how much energy does he need between this Mewtwo and Alakazam? I believe it's 7, right?
Oh man, it's 3 times table plus 10, right?
Right. So yeah, it's 7. So yeah. I think, is that possible? With 4 Mega Turbos, it's possible.
It's possible.
So I think
3 Mega Turbo and the attach return gives him it, right?
I think Luke. Yes, because it's got 1 energy on it, hasn't it?
Oh, please do it, Luke.
So I think. See, there are I don't know if it's the correct play, but I feel like it is.
Just 2.
Just 2. Oh, he's just gonna. Oh, do you think he might try and be getting out a damage swap?
Yeah.
Just so that Alakazam. See, I was considering this as to why, like, maybe some damage should have gone on the Hooper, just so that it can die from a Tree Slam later in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's okay. Like, oh, do you know what Luke has if he finds Shrine of Memories? The Shatter Shot attack.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Which does 30 times, and that's actually a kill if he finds it, but I don't think he's got it, has he? No. So that's a shame. Oh, did he attach that to... Oh, okay, the Mewtwo's already got a Spirit Link. So that's a bit of a shame. The Psychic Infinity does not kill the Alakazam.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. Yeah, it shouldn't get the knockout here.
No.
If our maths is correct. I don't know, if he's not getting the 3 energy, I'd still like to see him take 1 extra target, like 1 extra card that is useless to him to be compressed away.
Yeah, I think Compressor just should have maybe gone for another card there. Oh wow, Adam top decks the other Mega, which he doesn't actually need this turn, but he might have.
He would have needed it otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, it would have actually been a kill because... Oh no, it only gets 2 counters. But Luke would have been shatter-shotting over damage swap any day, wouldn't he? So...
Not too sure. I think he was digging to try and find the damage swap.
Okay. I think that because the shatter shot is a straight knockout, I thought he might have just been going for that.
Yeah, it's a weird decision for him.
I guess it's neither here nor there because...
Seeing as though he did go for all 3, otherwise he'd definitely go for all 3 Mega Turbos if he's going just for Psychic Infinity. So he was clearly looking for a different line.
Yeah, I think so, and I think the damage swap.
Damage swap would have forced Adam to have found another Link and a Mega, and Luke knew he only had like a 2/2 line, so it wasn't hugely likely with the hand that Adam had to get it.
Oh, and Luke tops the Sycamore here, which could keep him in the game, I think.
I think it's something you have to play. Let me. It's most likely the thing he has to play here.
Yeah, I mean he could Lysand. I don't see any point to Lysandering one of the Trevs.
No.
At this point.
Definitely not.
I don't know if I'd. I guess you could escape rope Lysanders. Oh, I don't know. I think at this point you just Sycamore and see what you can draw.
It's either straight Sycamore or rope Sycamore. I don't really see rope being huge, but maybe just a Sky Return play to try and protect him or something like that.
Yeah, of course he does have 4 DCs, so being able to just set up a bit of damage might then knock something out later.
Yeah, he interestingly goes for a Shaman that doesn't have any damage counters on it. It's just to protect him in case he doesn't hit DC, which in this case he doesn't.
I think there's potential in that as well, because putting a Spirit Link back in your hand is not actually useful at this point at all. And it could just be a bit of a clog. But yeah, he unfortunately misses it. And I think Adam's just very close to having won this game. I think, has he won this game just now? Yeah,
I think it's become very favourable for him now.
I think it's a Lysander Floatstone attachment knockout, isn't it?
Yeah, and that'll be the biggest threat on Luke's board gone. A
Yeah.
lot of no energy left in play.
Well, that'll be the game because that'll be the last prizes.
Oh right, yeah.
I think so.
That too.
As long as it's perfect, isn't it? Because you do 100, and then that's 200. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
There you go.
that was a sad state of affairs. And could you just message them saying they can all unmute and come back and there's Luke. Luke is not looking very happy.
Don't look too happy, can you?
No. This game, these series of games. Adam, do you want to put back your webcam and everything?
Yep.
So this series of games, all 3 matches so far have been really brutal. Like, kind of easy wins.
I think there was a turn of insecurity maybe in game 2 for Adam, but he did quite well off of prizes and top decks that would have seen him through in case Luke had done anything. And Luke just didn't end up having a big turn in the turn where he had use of his items.
So Luke had a bunch of items, but Adam was actually going to be breaking the item lock. But of course he wasn't to know you had 6 items in hand.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't have much
I
choice to
played
break.
horrendously then. I was like the worst I played in forever. I was making so many silly mistakes, like fucking Hooper.
We thought you were conceding at that point. We thought you would Hooper then pretend to do it just to concede, but you actually made that line, did you?
Yeah, I was just like, I don't see winning this, so I'm just playing stupid stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
If
sorry.
I find out the matchup, there's no way to win unless he draws dead, and literally every hand he had what he needed. Like, there wasn't one turn where he didn't have what he needed.
Yeah, and you can't deny that, Adam.
No, I drew really well.
Yeah.
If you'd got the Shrine of Memories to KO my Mega Kazam, I think I might have lost. I did have an out on Silent Fearing your active Mega. Then if you Lysander my bench, Alakazam, I then kill you with a Tree Slam. And if you don't Lysander it, then I kill you with the Zen Force.
Yeah, if I got that, then I think I was slightly in that game 3. I mean, but slightly in that game 2. Sorry, but I needed that, and even then, I needed a good top deck for next turn. So I'll be back under item lock.
And the problem is, there's always the late game where even if you go down to 1 prize, I can Lysander, say your Hooper, and if you run out of DCs and AZ outs, I can win on just Silent Fearing.
Yeah, I still had both those still in deck though, so that wasn't.
Yeah, it's so good that
missing that.
Hooper's retreat is only 2, because in a deck like this, Lysander Hooper isn't quite as much of a stall tactic as like people would like it to be, really.
No.
Yeah. So how do you guys feel about your the deck choices you picked in general, not just for this matchup, Luke?
I just played it because I thought it'd be no Night March and it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Literally got probably just as bad a matchup as Night March round 1, so
even worse for the Alakazams.
Yeah, Adam's version here playing the Alakazams is like kind of a final nail in the coffin for Mewtwo.
Yeah. I actually think normal Mewtwo can put up a fight against with 2 Hex.
Especially since Psychic Affinity with 5 energy total is a knockout.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Trev hasn't really got an answer to 1-hit KO the Mega Mewtwo with 5 energy.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Obviously, I played Trev a lot, and Trev struggles with decks that can 1-hit KO you and put pressure on you. You just struggle to keep going. Unless it's something like Night March where you got the balloons, which sort of swings it back in your favour slightly.
Yeah, because they're low HP.
Big EX decks, Trev struggles.
Yeah, for sure. So, Adam, up next you will be against, I believe it is Alex. Yep. And I think you both know what each other's playing now, so how do you feel about...
know what I'm playing soon enough, yeah.
Well, yeah, actually he doesn't know what you're playing just yet. But how do you feel about the matchup against the Water Box deck?
It's a very difficult matchup. Obviously, Trev has got the go first, get Waddy, win condition.
Yeah, Alex's deck does rely a lot on items.
But Alakazam isn't out to win, but I think it's a bad matchup overall.
Okay.
Let's see.
I have to agree. I have lost as the Aquabox player against just straight Trev, so it's not out of the question.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you're not playing any Flare Grunt, you're not playing any Headringer, so if Mineral Pump is set up, you're really only out is
The
Alakazam.
Alakazam, yeah. The fact you have Alakazam to stop Mineral Pump constantly going is definitely something. Like, I think Mineral Pump heals the Manaphyus itself as well, right?
Yes, it's 30 damage from all your Pokemon, isn't it?
It's all you
All
bench.
your benched Pokemon.
Okay, so I guess it's not impossible to Tree Slam it twice.
If I only have to Tree Slam it once, then they heal 30 with Rough Seas, and 30 on a Manaphy is enough for it to be KO'd by Zen Force.
Oh, I meant just to Tree Slam it twice and keep up the item lock.
You can even like
Oh,
Tree Slam and Bursting Balloon, so
Yeah.
they can't Mineral Pump for certain turns. There's definitely plays you can make.
And they can't one-hit KO the Mega Alakazam without...
A
no,
lot.
I don't think they can one-hit KO it at all.
I don't think there's anything in their deck that can, but
No.
Articuno flipping 5 heads.
Yeah, if I
5
get the
heads.
Mega Alakazam out to take KO on a EX and they can't respond, that could swing the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, and it's one to look forward to. The next game we're going to have actually, well, now you two have both played, can let you in on the decks that the other guys are playing, just to have a bit of discussion. Oh, secret information. So Nick and Charlie will be playing, and Nick will be playing Greninja, and Charlie's playing a heavy Zygarde fighting deck, which is the first like kind of brand new deck we'll be seeing. As in, the Water Box deck is still kind of new, but it's not new for this format only. Whereas fighting very much
we saw
is.
it at Nationals.
Yeah, but fighting very much is because Zygarde's just come out. So yeah. How do you guys think that's gonna go?
I think the Zygarde is very strong against Greninja. It's hard for them to KO it. Its second attack heals it as well, and it's not too hard for Zygarde to one-hit KO a Greninja using its third attack.
With a couple of buffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know how fast his version is without obviously seeing the list.
Well-
Whether it plays Carbink Breaks or Max Elixirs and stuff like that.
It is playing Carbinks
Yeah.
over just straight speed, but it's like a hybrid.
And you
Okay.
can't see the list just yet, Adam. I'm sorry.
Of course not.
I actually think Greninja's not a bad place for that matchup.
No.
Obviously, focus out. It's got a lot of HP, sure, but if you commit in 3 energy, they take it out. They can take out your Carbinks as well with Greninja snipes. It puts them in.
Yeah.
May be able to maybe struggle in. I think I think the big thing will come down to how many Hex Charlie's playing. If Charlie's playing, say, double Hex, and he can stream those, then he wins.
Okay.
But I think that's the key there.
Yeah, I think.
Or if he gets Blitz turn 1, Blitz turn 2, and then he can take out Greninjas continuously, it'll be hard for Nick to catch up on the game.
Absolutely.
I think Charlie's.
Also,
Sorry, go ahead.
There's a couple of factors. There's N obviously being a factor to, screw up any plans if Charlie's going aggro, and even Jirachi promo, because they need to commit strong energy if they want to KO Greninja breaks. So even Jirachi promo can strain a resource, force Charlie to have another Hex again. So there's all these factors into playing. So I think it's actually a really exciting matchup to see.
Yeah,
Definitely. I think all depends if Charlie's playing a Bent Spoon as well.
that would be a type of card we'd expect Charlie to play, but
Definitely.
I can't say he is, sadly. It was like when Assault Vest came out and he wasn't playing it in an Entei deck. It was a card made for him. Okay, guys. Well,
Definitely.
thanks a lot for those games. They were, slightly washout.
Well, I'm sad I didn't do more than 500 damage. I was aiming for more.
The second game, though, honestly, that Mewtwo actually put up a really good fight, considering it takes weakness from it, and Adam has Alakazams. I think you weren't too far off having a way into that game at least.
Yeah, I was at that point. I was too. Things I've never played against Alakazam. I don't know. I know what it does, but it sort of hits me for weakness, and it only needs, I think, 3 damage counters to one-shot me.
Yeah, that's correct.
Which is crazy. It's just one want to snipe from Trevenant or something.
Yeah.
I could have gone for the knockout in the turn earlier on the Trevenant.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get the Mega Alakazam out.
Yeah,
Just in case. Sorry, Mega Mewtwo out, just in case.
And not take
I didn't have an answer or he end me.
Yeah. You also didn't want to take the bursting balloon damage, I think, at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's risky. But if it doesn't play Alakazam, then I just keep hitting and
Yeah.
swinging through. But Alakazam puts that bit of push on the back foot because you've got to play around it, because it just can take you out with sort of real pressure.
Yeah. Well, there were they're interesting enough games to watch back, just because the thing I've really liked about doing this run so far is because all of the players, except Adam, all of the players have been so skilled that even the matchup being so bad, like against your favour, Luke, you still, like, Mewtwo nearly was able to actually take game 2 or be in a good place to take it, and that's just because like how Ryan managed to take game 2 against Tamal, and it's just because you guys are so good and have been playing, enough. You just know how to do all these little tricks and things. It's been pretty fun to watch.
Trying to find a win condition in a bad spot is good fun.
I think
it's one of the most awesome things.
Yeah, that's something I've actually learnt, I think, from most of you guys. I will say Adam as well. Like, I've never seen anyone except Adam be able to win so many games from deck out, where he's like, I'm just going to sleep poison for a turn, hope I get the 25%, and if so, good stuff.
Is there any win condition? 5% is quite good.
Yeah, if you have if you're losing that game but actually can win it on 25%, you take it. I once had a game at a tournament where I actually had to I had to get heads with laser and then get tails 5 times for me to possibly win the game, and it was going to time, so there was no game 3 chance, so scooping was out of the question. And well, that happened, so I won the game.
Gross.
Yeah, you shouldn't really give, unless you've got time and you're going to be able to win game 3. You shouldn't scoop unless there's no chance at all to win.
Yeah, unless a tie is what you're going for. And
I think N has made it even more so that you can win off of any condition now.
Well, yeah, luckily we didn't want to make this a time tournament or anything, because I think that puts a bit of restriction on deck building maybe, but I kind of like just anyone building what they want and just going for it. That's what this tournament has kind of showed so far. You've all played like pretty interesting decks. And also, all of you, no one's played a joke deck, which I'm quite glad about. It means you all took this tournament. Luke, what do you think?
Was
No comment.
Luke's position for the rest of the bracket. I think it has a good shot against Water Box, but...
Luke, what do you think to the idea that your deck's a joke deck?
Well, I was obviously with Joe last weekend and we were discussing it. I was just saying, it's fun. I liked Mewtwo. I managed to win a couple of cities with it. I enjoyed it, and I thought there'd be no night march. So yeah, it can deal with Trevenant. So I wasn't. Yeah, it's not a great matchup, but Trevenant Alakazam, I didn't expect that until Adam made that comment in one of our chats. I clicked onto what he was playing, but it was too late.
Yeah, you had already told me what archetype you were playing, and it was just too late. But yeah, Joe, I actually disagree. Mewtwo as a joke deck, but it is a fun deck.
It's not a joke deck. No. I'm just trolling.
Yeah, yeah. You both, in fact, played it for ECC, if I remember right, and Luke more or less made it. So yeah. So I'm quite glad. It means this tournament. I think the sum total of prizes on the line was not agreed on. It was said as a joke by Scott. So there's maybe just nothing on the line, or 8 bad EXs. So there's yeah, pride, and I think you're all taking it quite seriously. You all actually want to win, and I'm glad to see it. And there's been some really good level of play so far. Yeah,
it's cool.
All right, guys. So I'm just going to do a little wrap up for the YouTubers watching, and we had Joe back this time, so hopefully people enjoy this one a bit more. Commentating by myself. Oh, I missed some things. And I saw
you missing rough seas.
Yeah.
So pro.
I miss Jolteon, the fact that Jolteon can rough seas, because
Yeah.
lightning Pokemon that aren't electric can't rough seas, right? But yeah, anyway, so everyone wave to the YouTubers. See you, YouTubers. I hope you enjoy this.